Today, we are discussing what to look for in a book publishing partner. And I want to kind of give you 5 key questions to ask, because it's super important that you find the right fit for you, for your story, and for the goals that you want to achieve, because not every publishing company is created equal. All right. So you want somebody who can elevate your book, your brand, and help you really nail the goals for your unique writing journey. Now, some people write because it is on their bucket list. Some people write because they want to grow their business. Some people write because they want to leave a legacy. Some people want to use their book as a lead generation tool. Some want to launch a speaking career. So before you even start looking for a publishing partner, really take the time to think about what it is you want to achieve. Is achieving bestseller status important to you? If so, look for somebody who has the runs on the board. And these are the kinds of questions. Once you nail that down, I want you to kind of think about these 5 questions that you can ask them. You want to say, what's your track record with bestsellers? If you can't find it on their website, if you can't find it anywhere else, these are the questions to ask. So what's your track record with a bestseller? So when you're aiming to establish authority in your field, bestseller status isn't something that's just nice to have. Because of the fierce competition out there, you really want to have that bestseller stamp, that bestseller status, because it's a signal to your audience that you did put in the work, that you are the authority in your field. But not every publisher knows how to get there. So ask your potential publishing partner about their strategy and success in positioning books for that bestseller status. And is that bestseller status just on Amazon? Is it on New York Times? Is it on USA Today? These are all important things to know. And at Automatic Authority, we really understand that getting on a bestseller list, especially one like Amazon, takes more than just a good book. It is a strategy. Literally, thousands of books are being pumped through the Amazon platform a day, even a minute. And your publisher really needs to know what they're doing, because it is a strategy to get you on that top position. And our process at Automatic Authority really ensures that our authors hit number 1 in at least 3 Amazon categories. We usually knock it way out of the park, and we have never failed to get them that status, because we refined a method that covers everything from timing the launch to engaging our authors' audiences in meaningful ways. And this isn't something we hope will work. It's something we know we will work, so much so that we actually guarantee that, or we upgrade them to our PR and press package for free, which is worth like 20 grand. So if you're going to partner with someone, you really want to make sure that they're going to get you the results. So do your homework. The second kind of question you need to understand is, how hands-on is the process? How much of your time and effort is going to be involved, and what are your publishing team going to be doing? And if you have a team as an entrepreneur, are you going to have to pay your team to be involved? So these are all important things to understand. So the question you really want to go and ask is, like, how hands-on is this process? So not every publishing house is hands-on. And for many authors, that's kind of where the frustrations start, because you become just a number and you just get pumped through. So these publishers often have a very hands-off approach, where the author does most of the work, and it's kind of like they're just literally doing a cover typesetting, the editing, and then they're like, okay, good luck, be free. Which, is not a very comfortable place to be in, especially if you've never been in the realm of book publishing and authority building through authorship. So you really deserve a partner who guides you, who offers you support, and is invested in the success of your book. You don't want to be just a number. So ask about the publisher's involvement throughout the process. Will they guide you from the first draft to the finished product? Do they offer any form of coaching or feedback? Is there something else that you're looking for that maybe they offer? Ask all your questions. No question is too silly to ask, because you really want to understand how much support you are getting. Now, if you're the type of person who's like, look, I just want to have a mastermind where I can watch a few videos and maybe hop on a live Q&A call every now and again, cool. There are publishers that do that. We actually have a mastermind at Automatic Authority that does offer that kind of less hands-on approach, although I can't help myself. But there are those options available. So we at Automatic Authority, just to give you an example, is we pride ourselves on being partners in every sense of the word. We don't just hand you a publishing contract and then leave you to figure things out. We work alongside you. It's a really co-creative process, and we help with everything from manuscript development to final tweaks before launch, and then even beyond the launch. So guaranteeing reviews and making sure that that book is continuing to give you the momentum that you need to continue building authority and generating leads for your business. Our authors get one-on-one support, and we want to make sure that they feel confident and empowered through every stage, because we believe a high-touch process is the best way to bring out the best in your book and in you. So something to understand. The third question you want to look for and understand when you are looking for a publishing partner is what marketing support is provided. Now, a lot of the traditional publishing companies, they don't do marketing. Their marketing is very much like, I will send your book in our to our email list with a bunch of other books there, or we'll put your book in a catalog that's, along with a heap of other books that just go to this generalized place, and we'll post you on our social. Now, the good thing about that is that they do have a large audience. So that's a pro. The con is that they are not marketers. They never have been marketers. It was just, a publishing contract. Let's get your book out and we get it distributed, and, away we go. They really rely on the author having a large social following or a large speaking following, a good website. They've proven to sell out, stadiums or events or coaching programs. And those are really the people that traditional publishing contracts look for. But there are publishing companies out there that do provide marketing. And just like anything in business, this is so super important for your book. If you do not market this thing, it's not going to sell. It's like everything in business. Let's take a supermarket, for example. You produce a new sauce. You don't tell anyone about it. You don't do marketing. You might do a social post here and there. You get it onto the shelf in the supermarket in amongst all the bazillions other sauces. People aren't going to know it's there. It's not going to sell. Yes, you might sell the, one-off here and there of people wanting to try, and provided it's really, really good, people might tell other people about it, but that's such a slow burn. You really want to be hitting it hard, and you want to have a good marketing campaign and an ongoing marketing campaign. This isn't just we're going to market for the week of launch or the month of launch. You need to continue to market it just like any of your other products or services. So, you can basically write the most incredible book ever, but if nobody knows about it, you're not going to have impact. So what a waste of your talent, of your wisdom, and what a disservice to others. So before you sign with a publishing partner, ask them about their marketing support. Do they offer a launch strategy? What about ongoing marketing? What about PR and press exposure? And are there any guarantees? That's a big one. Are they guaranteeing anything? So, at Automatic Authority, we're not just publishers, we are marketers too. So I spent 9 months when I was pregnant with my son. I pretty much put the entire business on hold, and I spent that 9 months doing intense market research. Now, I find that stuff incredibly boring, but so important, which is why I spent 9 months doing it. So I found a really big hole in the market that a lot of publishers were just publishing books and then kind of leaving people to figure it out on their own. But marketing, especially for books, is a different beast on its own, and you really have to have a handle on it. So we understand that a well-executed launch can set the tone for the entire book's lifespan. So you've got to get it right straight out of the gate. Now, if you're listening to this and you have published a book and you're like, oh shit, I've screwed it up forever, don't freak out. I'm just saying that doing it straight out of the gate gives you the best platform possible. That's not to say that we can't go and re-pick up the book and relaunch it. Okay, that is a possibility. So don't freak out. Our marketing strategies are designed to achieve, and we guarantee this, at least 200 sales and 50 authentic reader reviews in the first 30 days of launch. Why? Why does that even matter, Taryn? Why are you guaranteeing this? Because a strong start means that your book reaches more readers, builds lasting credibility. The algorithm starts to recognize that, oh, these people are really liking it. Let's show it to more people. And it gains this momentum. Then what we do with that is we plug in one of our marketing strategies and I said plugin, but it's not a plugin. It's really tailored. It's a tailored marketing strategy to each individual author, their book, their business, their end goal. And then it keeps building from there. So if you want a partner who understands that marketing is as important as writing, we've got you covered. And I really cannot stress this enough. Find a publishing partner who will help you with marketing or has the option to market if you're not a good marketer yourself. So super important. All right. The other thing that you really need to understand is fee structure. Who's getting the royalties? How am I getting paid? Are there any hidden fees? Are there any extras for revisions that you do down the line? What does that look like? So let's get real about money. Let's get real about publishing. Publishing can be a major investment. And the last thing that you want is the surprise cost out of nowhere that's like $10,000 and you're like, holy shit, I wasn't expecting that, and you get all shitty and resentful about it, which is absolutely 100% valid. Now, it used to be the fact that traditional publishers would give you a royalty and people were like, oh my gosh, I'm getting paid to write my book. Huge misconception. No, you were never getting paid to write your book, and you will never get paid to write your book. What it is, it's kind of like a loan. Publishing house gives you a loan, and they then, you write your book under their guidance, and they have very, very strict rules about what you can't say, what your cover will and will not look like, etc., because they have a very specific way of doing things. Now, what then happens is that the book launches and you will not see a cent of royalty payments back into your bank account until you have paid off that advance, that loan, so to say. And then once that loan has been paid off back to the publishing company, what then happens is you will only ever receive like a 15% maximum royalty of the sale of your book, which to me just blows my mind. So I was talking to a client yesterday, and he asked me about, royalties and things. And I said, well, no, we don't do it like that. The way that my publishing company is structured is that, as far as I'm concerned, it's your intellectual property, it's your wisdom, and I am a service provider, so I'm providing a service. You will get a fee breakdown of exactly what you're getting in dot point form, so there's nothing unclear about the process. And if your book then goes on to make $1 million or lands a film deal or anything like that, or one of the big publishing houses offers to buy the rights, then that money's in your pocket as an author. And he was like, well, why? And I said, well, because A, I believe in empowering the creative and the artist, and B, the way that it pays back for me as a business is that A, I know we do a freaking incredible job. So people look at the quality of that book and go, yeah, we want that. And the client has such a good experience with us that they then go and tell people about how amazing we are, and the referrals start rolling in. So, I've been in business for 7 years now, and I have never done any paid advertising, ever. I'm about to, because I am doing a strategy, and that's very, very intentional, but I haven't had to because of this kind of relationship we set with our clients right up the front. So what you want to understand from your publishing partner is how transparent they are about fees. Do they provide a full breakdown up front? Are there any add-ons or optional services that aren't clearly defined? You also want to ask, like, hey, if I want to add in a chapter to the book next year, or what I'm teaching in this book is a really evolving thing, so I'm going to want to update it like every 6 months. What does that look like? Because you don't want to then have them charge you another whole round of publishing, like basically publishing another book for a revision, if it's a couple of small updates. So make sure that you're very, very clear. So like I said, we here at Automatic Authority, transparency is non-negotiable. We believe in clear, upfront communication, so our authors know exactly what to expect from the beginning, from editing to marketing to distribution to PR. Everything is laid out. There's no hidden fees, no sudden charges, and what this does is this really builds trust, and that's something that we value very, very deeply. So if you're working with a publishing partner, you should be able to trust them completely with your project, including the finances. So time frame, finances, super, super important for your book. So when you're looking for a publishing partner, make sure you understand the fee breakdown and the right questions to ask. The final question that I think is the top 5 that you should really be asking your potential publishing partner is, what's the quality of your finished product? Now, Your book is a reflection of you and your expertise. Anyone can go into Canva these days and put up a super dodgy cover and edit the book themselves and kind of slap it up on Amazon and hope for the best. I cannot stress this enough. If you are serious about building your business and your brand, please, for the love of God, do not do that. It will damage your reputation faster than you can blink because it's a low quality product. Okay, so your book is a reflection of you and your expertise and your business. Quality matters in every detail, from the cover to the typesetting. For those of you who don't know what typesetting is, that's the art of making, a Word document of vomited words look like an actual book, with the indenting in the margins and the pretty graphics and all the things. It even comes down to the feel of the paper and whether your cover is matte or gloss. So here's a quick tip for you if you are choosing to self-publish or whatever. Your booksellers, traditional bookstores, they prefer matte covers. And I see so many people doing gloss because, yes, gloss is shiny, that's nice. No, they actually prefer matte covers. So there's a little tip for you. So before you commit to a publishing partner, go and do your homework. See samples of their previous work. Have a look on their website. Go and buy the Kindle version. Go and buy the paperback version. Go to the bookshop and actually pick up their books and feel them. Have a look at them. Flick through them. Is it quality? Because if not, run for the hills, because you don't want that low quality. Even though it's more cost effective, let's say, in other words, cheaper, there will always be someone who can do it cheaper, and there's always going to be someone who will be more expensive. Find the person that is right for you, but please consider the quality. So you're aiming to become a trusted authority, and quality speaks to that authority. So make sure you do it right. Do it once, do it right. That's my motto. So at Automatic Authority, because that's my motto and I'm super OCD, even around the house, I drive my family freaking crazy. Because quality is important to me. Quality is our hallmark, and our books don't just look professional, they feel professional too. So whether that's a digital book, right back to our paperbacks with dust covers, they feel professional. We put our work through rigorous quality checks to ensure that every aspect of your book positions you as an industry leader. Now, even though I have a big team who are very, very capable and experts in their field of doing all of these things, no book ever goes to publication without me as the founder putting my eyes on it. That is how serious I am about quality. So let's face it, when readers pick up your book, they're judging the content and the quality. So they're reading it, they're absorbing it, but if it feels ugly, if there's spacing issues, even if they don't consciously register that, they are registering it, and it feels like a pothole to the brain. And each pothole, if you like, will jump them further away from you. So we want to make sure that you make a lasting impression, and quality is one of the key ways to do that. So, all right, there you have it. 5 questions that can guide you toward finding the perfect publishing partner. So I want you to remember that your book is not just a product, it really is a physical representation of you. So it's kind of like your moving shop front. And it goes so much deeper than your website and your social media. Your book is really like this really intimate invitation to the reader to come into your world, to get to know you. And so you want it to be the best it can be. So please don't settle for a publishing partner that you feel will do an okay job. You want to be excited about the people that you're partnering with. You want to understand exactly what you're getting and whether or not those people can help you reach the goal. So you want to find a partner who cares as much about your book as you do, and who has the experience, the strategy, and the commitment to make it a success, who has the runs on their board, who can demonstrate to you that they are the expert in the industry. They are the authority in their industry, which is why you should trust them with such an important project. So if you're looking for a team that's dedicated to your vision, understands the high stakes world of entrepreneurship, and has a proven track record of turning books into authority building assets, then we would love to connect with you. So we are Automatic Authority Publishing Press House, and we don't just publish books. we help you build a legacy. So thanks for joining me today for another episode of the Taryn Reeves Show. And here's to wishing you all the best in finding your perfect publishing partner to bring your story, your expertise, and your vision to life. Until next time, happy writing. Go out there and make it happen.